What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve here, and with the NBA finally announcing its return and starting a playoff format, it is time for me to give you my top 5 budget pickups heading into the NBA playoffs. Also, I'm going to give you guys some more details on our 250 subscriber giveaway, because yes, we have eclipsed the 250 subscriber mark, which is absolutely awesome. So sit down, take a load off, and I'll be right back to talk about it. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Flippin' Steve. And like I said in the intro, I'm going to be talking about some NBA players that I'm picking up heading into the playoffs. Now, everyone knows that, Jason Tatum, Luka, Anthony Davis, LeBron, these are all guys that are hot. And they've been hot all year. They didn't need the playoffs to make them hot, and their stuff is already expensive. So I'm going to not waste your time or, waste video talking about guys like that. And in most cases, a lot of those guys are out of your budget. I'm going to talk about some players under the radar that I can see that can get you some quick returns because they're going to be good buys, low investment. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to get into. Real quick, we have crossed over 250 subscribers. Amazing. Thanks, guys, for all your support, for rolling with me all this time. We continue to push, and hopefully we'll blow by 300 subscribers in no time. In my last video, I give details on the prize package, which is a Bowman 2020 baseball that I put together. It's going to be 2 blasters, 2 value packs, and 2 jumbo packs to the first place winner, 1 blaster box to the second place winner, and 1 value pack and jumbo pack to the third place winner. And all you got to do is go back, watch my most previous video. I'll put a link in the description, and you can get details on how you can get yourself entered to win that Bowman package. It's a pretty good package, good product. Give you guys some chance to open something because it's tough to find, decent packs to open at a decent price. So I want to try to make this video kind of quick, but I do want to hit on some key points on why some of these cards I'm investing in. And I'm going to have a little different take. I know there's a lot of people out there who are giving their opinions on this same information. And I'm going to try to, put a little twist on it. A couple players you'll have seen before in my mail day videos and my previous pickups, because these are players that I've been bullish on all year. And, you'll have seen some of these players in other videos. But I'm going to have a couple surprises that I'm going to throw in there. And you may agree with me and you may not, you may disagree. And that's great. That's what makes this awesome, because we all don't have to think alike. But anyway... Alright, guys, I'm back after a quick delay. My dogs decided that they wanted to hold a disco in the other room, so I had to go check on them. But anyway, I'm going to get into the first player, and he does play for my favorite team, and that is Jaylen Brown. I am a Celtics fan, but I'm not, picking Jaylen Brown because I'm a Celtics fan. I believe that the Celtics, right now they're 3rd in the East, and I believe that they're one of the few teams that can actually give the Bucks a run for their money in the playoffs. Right now, his prisms in a PSA 10 like this are going to be a little bit pricey, so this isn't going to be the card that I recommend to buy unless you buy it raw. These cards can be bought raw, maybe around $15 to $20 mark. However, in a PSA 10, you're looking at over $100 right now. So his prisms are a good pickup, for around $20, I would say. But what I've been picking up, honestly, have been his selects. I think his and I picked up some of these from my LCS. They still got the price tag on them. And when you can go to your LCS and see them in person, you know that you're buying a card that's in good condition. But you can also pick these up all day long offline for the same price, anywhere between $2 and $4. You want to try to buy them in lots because you don't want to pay $2 to $3 shipping on a $3 card. But I just picked up a couple from the LCS, $3 on the selects. I got a tricolor, had a $10 price tag on it, but I actually got it, for half that. I got it for $5. But the Jaylen Browns and either the select and even the optic, if you like the optics look good. In my opinion, are good buys. I think that in order for the Celtics to beat a team like the Raptors or a team like the Bucks in a 7-game series, a player like Jaylen Brown is really going to have to step up. He has averaged around 20 points a game all season, so he has been, a key part of the Celtics offense. And I just think that some good playoff games, and if the Celtics are actually able to, get into the finals from that number 3 seed or wherever they end up being seeded, will be great for his cards, especially in a short-term basis. Next up, the guy I want to talk about is my man in the middle over there, and everybody knows I love Spicy P. That's a card that I bought and submitted myself, the Select Silver. The Selects and the Prisms are getting a little pricey, even in a raw form, if you want to select Silver or a Prism Raw. So what I've been doing, and you guys have seen these in my mail days, and I've been pumping this card for over a month now, is buying up the optics. And I was buying these optics at anywhere between $6 and $8 a piece. I was trying to get them in groups. This is 5. I have at least 5 more of these. But these have already, shot up 25%. These are already selling between 12, to 14 bucks. And a month ago, when I was, telling everybody to start buying these, they were around 6 to 8 bucks. So they're already showing some return just based on the fact that the playoffs are starting back up. But if you can still get on these for around the $10 to $12 mark, I would scoop these up. You're not going to find them graded online much. There's less than 40. I believe it's 32 in the PSA Pop Report for PSA 10s for the optic. So this is a great card to buy raw, because when you go to sell them, you're not going to be competing with a lot of PSA graded cards on the market. People are going to want to buy these raw, not only to get graded themselves, but you could also keep a handful of these to grade yourselves, and you get even more profit off of it. Third guy I want to talk about, and it's not Trae Young, even though Trae Young is out there. Third, I want to talk about a player for the Lakers. And like I said, we all know that LeBron and we all know that Anthony Davis are going to be the focal point of that Lakers offense. And those are going to be the guys that everybody's trying to stop. When they're, if they play the Clippers or Denver and, some of those competitive teams out there in the West, if the Lakers run into one of those teams, they're going to need somebody else to step up, be a part of that offense. I personally believe that player is going to be Kyle Kuzma. And right now, it's all about the price on Kyle Kuzma. It's not saying, hey, go out and buy Kyle Kuzma because he's going to be a superstar or even an all-star. But it's all about the price. Like, I picked up this lot of 3 Prisms for 14 bucks, which is under $5 a card. I mean, you just can't beat that, with the possible upside of him being on such a popular team that has a legitimate shot at winning the title, and being on the Lakers, a big market. And the optics, even with the blue velocity, this entire lot was $22.50. That was 10 cards. That was $2.25 each. I put these in one of my past videos. I can't remember if it was a mail day video or a budget video, but I'm still bullish on these cards at the price. And now if these cards start going up to the $5 to $8 mark and the Prisms start hitting a $12 to $15 mark, then I'm pretty much going to be out on Kuzma. But at $2.25 a card and at less than $5 for his Prism, this is a definite buy for me and a definite quick flip. If he has a couple good games in the playoffs and the Lakers, go and win a championship, definite quick flip. I definitely see some upside to his cards. Fourth, I want to talk about the Pelicans, just the Pelicans in general. And I don't want to talk about Zion because Zion has been the talk, but I want to talk about some of the younger players. And I currently don't have any to show you because I have them. They're coming in the mail. I have bought a nice Brandon Ingram card, and Brandon Ingram is the main guy I want to talk about. Also Lonzo Ball cards. But Brandon Ingram is the top scorer on that team. And this is where I differ from a lot of the other guys in the hobby. And I may even differ, from you guys and your thoughts. But I think the Pelicans are going to sneak into that 8 seed. I think that the Grizzlies have hung in there, all year, just barely. And the Pelicans have been hanging around prior to Zion coming back. And when Zion came back, they were a hot team. They have to be one of the hottest teams in the NBA. Their win-loss with Zion. And I just think that in this format to where they get a chance to play themselves in, I believe that the Pelicans are going to play their way in. And I believe that, some of their younger players and other players other than Zion, because Zion's already priced out and his hype is built into his cards. But guys like Brandon Ingram, who's the actual scoring leader on that team, not Zion, will be a good pickup, especially if the Pelicans get into the playoffs. His cards will gain more hype. You can buy his optics right now, less than $10. It's a nice looking card. I would stay away from his prisms because they're going to cost you a little bit of money, even ungraded. They may be somewhere in the 30 plus mark ungraded, which is a little too high for me to get in on a player like Brandon Ingram. But his optics at under $10 all day long is a buy, and his selects also. Now his select and his optics are going to be the same year of the Jaylen Brown and the Spicy P Siakam. So it's going to be the cards are going to look like this. I'll put a picture of the one that I bought. I bought a Select Silver PSA 10. I did pay a little bit for it, but I do believe that his cards are going to have potential because I believe that the Pelicans are going to snatch that 8th seed. You guys may disagree, and if you do disagree, put that in the comments. Tell me what a big dummy I am. That's cool. You know, we'll go back and forth and have some fun with it. Fifth, whatever next player I'm going to talk about is going to be it's going to be Trae Young. And I know you guys are going to be like, why are you talking about Trae Young? The Hawks are not in the playoffs. Nobody's talking about the Hawks. Nobody's buying Hawks cards. And that's exactly why Trae Young is a buy for me right now. His cards have seen decreases to where his PSA Prism PSA 10 rookie cards have dropped below $200. His hoops, which you see right here, this is one that I recently received back in an SGC order. His hoops are right around the $75 mark, which they were originally selling slightly over $100. So you're seeing a 25% decrease there. You're seeing a 25% decrease on his prisms. And it's just because the hype is not there right now. And here's the issue that I take, because a lot of people are saying, don't buy Trae Young now, buy Trae Young in the offseason. Because there's no disputing his talent. There's no disputing the fact that, you know, he's going to be a superstar. He's going to be one of the league's top scorers. And everybody's like, buy playoff players right now. And in the offseason, buy Trae Young. Well, if everybody's buying Trae Young in the offseason, then how are you going to get a deal on Trae Young when everybody's buying him? In this business, you know, if it's an if you're looking to make investments, it's all about beating others to the punch. And if everyone else is waiting to buy Trae Young in the offseason, then I'm going to buy Trae Young now. I'm going to buy him during the playoffs when nobody's thinking about him or talking about him. And I'm going to have my Trae Youngs already bought when everybody starts talking about him heading into next season and wants to start buying. So that's my take on Trae Young there. Let me know if you agree with that, because again, that's just a strategy of mine. I believe that the time to buy Trae Young is now, as opposed to the offseason, because everyone else is saying they're going to buy him in the offseason, which is, you know, it's just going to drive the demand up, and so his prices are not going to be able to bargain as they are right now when the demand is low. So yeah, give me your opinions on that. And last but not least, I want to talk about Kawhi Leonard. I don't want to talk about his rookie cards. They're expensive. His Prism PSA 10s are, I believe, over $1,000. But this is a sneaky investment, a sneaky card that you can get in on pretty cheap. And what I want to talk about is his 2019-2020 Optic. That's his this year's Optic card. Now, whether you get it in a base or you get it in a hollow or one of the multiple parallels that Optic has out there, pick up a couple of these cards. If you don't want to invest a lot of money, grab some of his Optic base. And this is why. This is his first card in a Clippers uniform. Yes, he been on the Clippers since the beginning of the year, but when Prism printed the cards, they printed him in his Raptors uniform, and they printed the Clippers as the team name on the card. However, the photo has him still in his Toronto Raptors uniform. The Optic is the first, legitimate card, of the popular card prints that has him in his Clippers uni. So if the Clippers are able to pull off, a championship and win the title this year with Kawhi fans and Clipper fans are going to want the card of him in his, the first card of him in his Clippers jersey. And that's a card that's really under the radar, not being talked about. And you can get them for anywhere from $5 to $10, $6, $7. I would recommend trying to buy a lot of them so you can save on shipping. Maybe you can find yourself a lot of 5 for like $30 or a lot of 10 for like $50. And that would be the way that I would go with that, because those could be cards that triple, double, even quadruple in value if he wins a title in a raw form, just because people are going to want that Kawhi first Clippers uniform card. So yeah, guys, that's all I really have for you. Let me know what, give me some thoughts on some of your picks. Let me know what you think about my picks. I could be wrong in your mind, and that's fine. And you could actually have some good ideas, that I didn't think of. So leave some of that stuff in the comments. Don't forget to go back and click the link and go back and watch my previous video, so you can see how to get entered to win the 250 subscriber giveaway. And guys, let's keep pushing for 300. 300 would be super awesome. I'm going to continue to try to mix in a few smaller giveaways in between, just to keep everybody on their toes, keep everything exciting. And until next time, guys, good luck in your investing, and I will see you later.